Morning of day 14 of the challenge. It is currently 7:36 on a Monday, Thanksgiving weekend or Thanksgiving week. I had the most interesting night of sleep. I have my little nighttime evening vitamin concoction that I have, and I have this one vitamin that has like no melatonin. It's supposed to be, like a really good healthy vitamin that like helps with sleep and calming and all of this stuff. And sometimes it'll give me dreams. Sometimes it'll give me an amazing night of sleep. And let me tell you, last night I was like in a fucking battle war zone till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. I mean, it was fucking brutal last night. I was dreaming and having nightmares and so was Lexi, and she didn't even take that fucking vitamin. So I think it's something to do like in the air or what's going on in your world or whatever. But yeah, no, just a horrible night of sleep. And apparently I kept hitting my snooze button, and I had no idea I was doing that. Like, I would hit my snooze button and I was not even awake. Like, I actually woke up at 4 o'clock and was like, holy moly, like, I've been hitting this thing for the last half hour every 5 minutes. I've got my snooze set to 5 minutes. Lately, for like the last week, I've been waking up 5-10 minutes before my alarm, which has been fucking awesome. I feel great, feel good. I mean, over the little party weekend that we had with having Thanksgiving early, I slept in and got some good sleep. But on Sunday, I woke up 3:15 feeling great. I worked all day yesterday, Sunday, felt great, did Christmas lights and all of that stuff. But man, I apparently, like, all of that, whenever I dream like that or have nightmares like that, I'm sure it's like this for you as well, but I don't sleep very well at all, and it makes you all jacked up and disorientated and all of that. So but got up and did my morning routine, wrote down in my book that I haven't done in a couple of days, ate my breakfast, took my vitamins, and then got into the gym. My ankle is still messed up, so I'm pretty sure I mildly sprained this ankle, and it's just going to take a little bit longer than I expected to recover. I've got like this compression thing on there, but even when I walk, a mile plus, it's you can feel it. So oh, my favorite coffee is right there, but it's got like 10 million calories and sugars, and can't have that right now. So yeah, what I did for leg day is I did 10 sets of leg extensions and leg curls, and I mean, to absolute 100% failure. Rested for 3 seconds and then just pumped it to failure again, rested for 3 seconds, pumped it to failure again. I mean, all the way to the point of having like just little baby freaking extensions and curls. And I got a hell of a workout, man. My legs were fucking screaming. So that's something that I'm doing to kind of take the pressure off of my ankle. And sorry, there's some road construction going on here. Taking the pressure off of my ankle and still being able to get my workout done. Just because you're jacked up, just because you got an injury, just because something fucking hurts, doesn't mean you need to take the next 3 weeks off out of the gym. I wrapped this thing up in this compression sock and I baby it, and then Lexi and I went for about a 1 mile walk. We wanted to do more, but Mike is not in our office today, so we're kind of covering that part of it, and it's a short week. We're only working today and I'm gonna actually see. I'm supposed to work tomorrow too, but I'm gonna see if I can fucking squeeze it off and maybe even start this kitchen a little early and see what happens. Whenever I've got a vacation or time off coming in, it is so hard to not like squeeze out one more day. Like if I'm supposed to be working Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, let's say, dude, I will try my hardest for some strange, like, because I'm so excited to like get the fuck out and do what I want to do. And it's kind of two ways. Like, one, I want to like get it done and over with and get on my vacation. And the second thing is I can be like a fucking kid, and I am so anxious, so like excited to go that I try to like squeeze in 1 or 2 more days. Or I will work from home. I will answer all my phone calls. I'll have my computer pulled up. So I'm still able to do everything. I'm just not in the office. So after 20 years of running a company, I do try to soak up a little bit of life, but that doesn't 100% align with my goals either. So my goal is to build the business and do all that. I will say this though, in my industry, in the pool service and repair industry, the reality is 90% of the work is done here in the desert pretty much from like March 1st all the way through like I would say November 1st. It is non-stop, absolute madhouse. Now in the wintertime, we are still super busy, but it's a lot easier in the winter months because you're able to do things a little differently. It's like preparing for summer. So I do end up with a lot of time to myself during the winter months, and I do try to take that time because during the summertime, the days are so long. The crew is out at 4:30 in the morning, sometimes 3:45 in the morning. And really the day doesn't end until like fucking 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, but it's still sunlight out sometimes till like, as the day gets longer, to like 8:45 at night. And in our town, a tourist town, like all the Airbnbs, the commercial accounts, again, it is non-stop. Like I have to have my phone on me. If I get a phone call at 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning of some catastrophe happening at a commercial account, yes, I've got to get up and I've got to head down there and I got to do what I got to do, because that's just the responsibility that I took on as being you know, the main commercial guy, the resort guy, all of those things. So which I'm happy for. But I do try to take a little bit more time off in the winter. And this is what eats at me a little bit, because, you know, I want to be like the Alex Harmonzis and all of those guys. But at the same time, you know, yeah, I've got a wife, which obviously he does as well. I've got 3 kids. I have sacrificed a lot of time. I'm older than he is, and he is 10 times richer than I am. And, you know, it's really, really tough to dedicate everything to work. And I know this one time, him and his wife went on vacation, and it was at this like $10,000 a night resort, and they went out on vacation for 2 days. And I guess they went for 1 day, 1 night, cut it short, and went back to work. And you know what? If that works for you, if that feeds your soul, then I guess rock it. We're all built differently. I still enjoy my vacations, and I still enjoy making money and going crazy and freaking working like a lunatic at sprints at a time. But I will take some time off. And in my industry, you know, yeah, I'm going to, you know, take a little bit more of that time in the winter months and do those things. So, also my goal is to not run this company past another 10 years. So I am building it up. I am doing all of these things, but my goal is not to do this for another 20 years. My goal is to have my YouTube channel, to invest in properties, invest in my stocks and my crypto investments, and those are my goals, and I'm hoping to be there in 7.5 years. So make sure that when you're fine-tuning your life and you're on this challenge like I am, make sure that you are modifying all of this stuff to work directly and specifically to the goal that you're trying to achieve. And that's pretty much where I stand with that. So we're gonna get on with this day. Definitely feel exhausted and not taking that one vitamin tonight for sure. And Lex is feeling a little down because I've been a little neurotic lately with the YouTube channel, with the 2 companies, putting up Christmas lights, getting ready for the kitchen, spending time with the kids. Like, our relationship starts to slack a little on the time being spent. So she was kind of feeling a little down on that, and I listened to what she had to say, and she's totally right. I'm just getting wrapped up with everything I got going on, and I try to do this thing where I try to like hurry up and do all of my projects so I can get to everybody else while still fitting in everybody else, the kids and the employees and the work and all of this stuff. And I try to fit everything in and try to give everybody this little bit of time. And sometimes you fail at something, and I guess I kind of failed at playing a little bit of a better of the husband role. So let's get on with this day. It's a beautiful day, and let's go make some money. And it's Thanksgiving week, and let's remodel the fucking kitchen, man. Let's get this hideous kitchen the fuck out. All right, let's go to work. Last week I got a call from the bank, not a bank that I bank with, but a different bank, but I have a credit card through them, and I run probably about 90% of my company through that credit card, and bank quite a few points off of what they give me. That's a good tip. If you're somebody that pays off their credit card every single month, then use your credit cards. I've got 3 credit cards that I use, and I haven't had a debit card in my wallet in close to 10 years. I don't run anything through a debit card. Hardly anything through an ACH as well. I pay everything through my credit card, bank the points off of it, and it's paid off every month, so there's absolutely no interest. For every dollar I spend, I'm getting money back on it. So I've got this one credit card through Gemini that pays me back in Bitcoin rewards, and I have an automatic ACH transaction that goes through every single week that I buy Bitcoin. So every month through this one card, I'm literally buying probably right around $400 a month worth of Bitcoin every single month. That credit card gets paid off, and I don't pay any interest on it. So kind of a cool little tip. I know a lot of people do know about that. If you're struggling with like making your payments, then Obviously, that's a whole different scenario. Don't run yourself into credit card debt. This is not financial advice, but definitely a good way to get money back that you're already going to spend. So you know you're going to buy gas, you know you're going to buy groceries, you know you're going to purchase these things. So instead of running them through a debit card and literally making nothing off of it, probably getting charged a transaction fee at the end of the month through your bank, run it through a credit card, pay it off every month. So again, 200 bucks, you know, every week I buy groceries, I put it on my credit card. A couple of days later, I just pay the credit card off with the $200. Groceries are purchased, and you make, you know, 1.5%, 3%, whatever it is. I think I actually make 4% off of my groceries. So literally for every dollar you spend, or excuse me, every $100 you spend, you get $4 back. And over time, those little baby things compound. And especially if you're running a business and you're doing, you know, where you're spending $60,000, $70,000 a month on credit cards, yeah, you're definitely ranking that up. So, but they called me up and they said, hey, you do a lot of transactions with the credit card. We have a way where you can make more of a percentage back. So I'm going to go to this appointment and see what they have to offer. Hopefully it's not a waste of time. I'm really not interested in changing banks, because changing banks for me is no exaggeration. It's a 3-month job. I mean, between getting all payments switched over, all your, you know, checks and everything. Not that I write very many checks anymore these days, but still, it's a disaster. I am with a credit union, and I really haven't reaped the benefits of a credit union. But with my credit union, I have several different accounts. So, and they're high yield accounts. So for the money that I have in there, I get like 3.5% back every month that they pay me. And the way I do my accounts is kind of like the old school envelope, where you have an envelope for rent, you have an envelope for groceries, you got an envelope for electricity. I kind of do somewhat of the same concept with my banking. I've got a tax account where all of my money that I make every single month, I make a transfer and it goes into my tax account. That way, come tax season, everything's ready to go and it's paid off. I'm not pulling out of my main account. Same thing with payroll and accounting. I've got a business, I make payroll twice a month, and that money on every deposit, a certain amount of it gets transferred over, and that goes directly into that account. So that way I know exactly how much of what is going where, and it's not like all of a sudden I spent too much money, which we all have that problem. And well, most of us, I'm definitely a spender in the family, but it's not like, oh my goodness, I overspent this month and now I don't have money for taxes or don't have money for payroll. So cool little tip to do. Let's see what they got to offer, and then it's back to the office. I might be getting off early, like I talked about earlier, and we'll see if I can not work tomorrow and start on my kitchen. So fingers crossed on that one, and we'll see what happens. All right, here we go.